Welcome to the College Football Playoff. The season's had plenty of ups and downs, and all the drama has led up to this point, the first round of the 12-team playoff. And a home field advantage for one side. This place is rocking. This is a very intriguing matchup. One team that earned the right to host this game and enjoyed tremendous crowd support against another team that slipped into the playoff, trying to establish a tradition now of upsets in the first round of the CFP. As we'll see the number 11 seed in this playoff, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the number 6 seed in the playoff, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And the playoff is here. We've got a tremendous on-campus environment. Can't wait to get this one started. The kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this college football playoff gets underway. He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. And the returner will be brought down. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They're going to run it here. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Boy, Chris, just watching this first play, this battle with the line of scrimmage in such a big game is going to be fascinating and go a long way in determining who wins this game.
Second down after that previous play. Dropping back, it's Boyd. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? Fires it to the wideout. And it's complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline.
Oh, the defense. They get this offense to a 3rd down early in the game. A chance to get him off the field. But instead, this quarterback shows you why they've had such a great year with a conversion.
An inside give now from the shotgun. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down. 2nd and 1.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Play action fake, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. Oh, and it's almost intercepted on the first possession here. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
Now the offense will spend a timeout here, wanting to come up with a perfect call on this important play coming up. After the incompletion, they'll come to the line with 3rd and 1. Try and muscle for the first down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get him to 3rd down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back at coming up with that conversion.
Longhorns pick up enough to get a first down there. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Scanning the field. It's Boyd. Looking for the wideout. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. We got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
Here comes the 8th play of the opening drive, but now it's 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. It's an out route, the catch made. He'll go down there after picking up a few yards. Not going to be enough for the first.
Now the defense plays it pretty well. Force the quarterback to make the throw in front of you as a defense. Then you square up and make the tackle. Force them to do something special after the catch. That tactic works here. Now we've got a 4th down.
Trying for a 4th down completion. Finds his man, has the first down. They've got him, but they convert on 4th down, and the drive keeps going.
Well, it's another completion by this quarterback. Another great gain in a first down, and already over 30 yards through the air. This quarterback is in a zone here to start this game.
Looking to throw again. Defense is coming after him, bringing pressure. Looking to scramble now. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
The Longhorns starting a new series here on 1st and 10. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7.
The offense that time just trying to get the ball out in the perimeter, trying to find some space to be able to get their speed into. Pretty good job by the defense of slowing them down.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Looking downfield. It's Boyd. It's a quick grab. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball inside the 10-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
Well, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
We'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a 1st and goal for this offense.
But with all this build-up and hype of this playoff game, this defense has got to do a better job at the line of scrimmage. That's another 1st down. They had their chance there on 3rd down, but they do not want...
And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns. This offense comes out, immediately gets points on the board. Welcome to the playoff.
Man, that's coming out on the field with a purpose. Look, it's playoff time. Everything you prepare for is earned here and now. And that opening drive was the fruits of that preparation.
BAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Direct snap to the back. Runs right over the defender. They tackle him at the 48, but it's enough for a new 1st down.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
One play moves the ball to the 48. Another 1st down coming up. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Trying to create outside the pocket now. And that's incomplete. Even on a 1st down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
He's back to throw again on 2nd down. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, in which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. They go with a direct snap. The gain is 3 yards, brings up a second down and 7.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
After the incompletion, the lineup here for a 3rd and 7. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Oh, and it's dropped right off his hands. A chance for a big play, but a little early nerves on the part of that receiver.
Boy, this defense has been incredible all. And they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
Well, they're going to go for it, try to keep the drive going. 4th down and 7. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. There's a fastball, but it's intercepted. And they bring him down, but look, there's a penalty marker on the field. Let's see if the officials wipe away this turnover. So that is a call to remember. The interception wiped away by a pass interference penalty. This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. Oh, it's snapped to the back. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kurt.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
And they'll set up for the PAT. And the PAT is good.
Kick is good. That ties the game at 7.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Return starts from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. They really had the defense off balance in the last possession, mixing the run and pass extremely well. Back to pass. It's Boyd. Here's a screen pass to the running back. Good job of the defense to fight through the blocks on that screen. He's short of the first down marker.
A lot of times this can be a tough play to defend because you're so concerned with getting pressure on the quarterback. But here the defense does a good job of coming off of coverage and chasing down the receiver.
Getting set. Here's second down. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Caught. Completion. And the game will pick up the first down. Tackled at the 22. And they pick up the first down as the fullback becomes involved as a playmaker, a guy we usually see throwing blocks.
Yeah, this guy actually played running back in high school. He got a little bit bigger. They moved him to fullback. You can see the athletic ability that still displays. And you're right, he's a physical guy, known for his blocking. But with that background, you can see the damage he can do to a defense.
They'll tackle him at the 27.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
The game makes it second and medium. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Receiver makes the catch. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Boy, really good job up front here by the offensive line, giving the quarterback plenty of time for that route to clear underneath before he made the throw.
The Longhorns have first and 10 here. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff.
The defense coordinator this week always telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Offense getting set. It's second down. To throw, it's Boyd. Makes a quick catch. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Offense looking to convert on third and short from the 42. Can they make the yardage or face a tricky fourth down decision? Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Quick throw, misses his mark there. Incomplete.
Well, that's an incompletion. That'll bring up fourth down and makes you wonder if the offensive coordinator is reevaluating. Maybe a run there might have been the safer call.
Longhorns will bring their punt team onto the field. He's on to boot it away now. And so they'll mark it about the 30. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so second and 6.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Running back grabs it on a screen. And he's brought down. Good job by the defense getting through the blockers, but he stopped short of the first down.
Well, they get positive yards here. I have a sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitch and catch.
Critical third down play for this offense right here. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Tries to get it to the running back. Dumps a short throw down to the running back. They've got him at the 48, but that's a first down.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Running out of time in the pocket. He's going to take off here. Breaking free at the 35. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Man, this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here, he can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure. They look like they're in good position to be able to come up with a nice play on him, but instead, he shows how he can slip out of the back door of this defense and pick up a nice gain.
Just a small gain. Looking at 2nd and 9. The clock has stopped. We've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. Second down after that run on the previous play. Offense looking to throw the ball. He bought some time, now lets it go. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Direct snap to the back. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Looking right, this one caught. He's tackled, but down at the 9-yard line. Defense getting pushed around. Made the catch, but he was surrounded, Kirk. Not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Caught over the middle. It's Morton. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Strong game by this quarterback. No surprise there, Kirk. It's a red zone touchdown to the big tight end.
Well, the tight ends are usually much more involved down in the red zone because of their size and their skill set. Allows them to be more effective down in this area. Now, they may not hurt you on the big, long throw, but they can use their bodies to provide the quarterback a nice target when the defense is so condensed.
The extra point makes the lead 14-7.
That makes the score Alabama 14, Texas 7.
So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum.
Texas.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. The Longhorns offense takes the field. They've got a choice here in the final minute. Do they get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point to... And he lofts it toward the sideline. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on. Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. Back to pass. It's Boyd. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
Defenses all around the country got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
The pocket breaking down. Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch. Does get the foot down.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, to be able to get to a playoff opportunity, your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on third down. They hit it, they keep the drive alive. Now they have a chance to put points on the board.
The Longhorns will line up on 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Looking to make a play deep downfield. Touchdown, Texas. No chance to catch it. Well, this college football playoff game is all tied up. It's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
Extra point splits the uprights. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn so far in the early going. Both offenses scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Longhorns will kick this away to get the second half going. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Alabama offense back out of the field. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. On the run here, lets it go. And the receiver's got it.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
That completion makes it second and short. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Moving right through the contact. Breaks a tackle into the clear. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. He's going to pull it down and run. Tough to show by the sophomore quarterback to pick up the first down himself.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first and keep this drive moving.
And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
You know, plays like this are what Alabama offense is all about. They run the football, and then they're efficient within their passing game. Think about it. They won a couple national championships with Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron by just being efficient and playing smart at the position and being a great complement to that running game in the defense.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. And a handoff as they won the counter play. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the offensive line is completely occupied with that defensive front. That freed up that linebacker to shoot right through that gap and blow up the ball carrier. What a play.
Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Will he score here? Touchdown, Bama. And they will claim the second half lead.
You could just tell this quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do as things were developing in front of him. He saw that open space and decided, I'm just going to take it myself and head to the end zone for a touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. He knocked through the extra point. The lead is 7, 21-14.
That makes the score Alabama 21, Texas.
Getting set to kick the ball off now.
Number 15, set to kick off. Texas.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. The returner is brought down. Gets it started on the next drive.
And for Texas Longhorns will take over first and 10.
Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. On the run, he'll let it go. Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down.
Chris, what a play here by this receiver for a big gain for Texas. And you think back over the years with Texas going back decades, I always think about running backs and, of course, quarterbacks. But there have been some receivers, Roy Williams and Devin Duvernay, guys like that. There have been others, but, man, plays like this is what you love to see. And kind of creating that new legacy for Texas and having elite receivers.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. They'll run it to the right side. Breaks loose at the 45. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down.
Well, heck, if they hadn't dug themselves such a big hole, what a positive play here, using that jet motion and that touch pass to pick up some huge yards and giving them a chance anyway of trying to come up with a first down.
Takes the ball, tries the right side here. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line. Give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he was able to get downfield for the first down.
Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield. It's Boyd. He's running out of time here. Looks like he's going to run it. The Longhorns are in the red zone now. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. And he finds his tight end for the catch. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
Good job of reading the blitz here by the quarterback. It doesn't matter where it's coming from. The tight end knows that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an outlet. Anytime you see that kind of pressure, those extra bodies are starting to come after the quarterback. Quarterback's going to turn and get...
They'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns. Kirk, they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and reach the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out and showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And the kickoff will bounce right through the end end zone for a touchback. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. And that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the running game. Let's see if they can do it again. Pressure is coming. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Second down after the incompletion. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose. Offense with a crucial fumble recovery.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks have got to do a better job of having awareness and taking care of the football. Felt like he got the ball away from his body there a little bit, allowing it to be knocked free. He caught a break because one of his own teammates was able to see that and get on top of the ball.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big third down defensive play.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. Third down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
And the punt lands out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they'll spot it here. The Longhorns offense takes the field. The last possession was a beautiful, balanced touchdown drive. Can the defense come up with answers this time? It's a 2-yard gain. Second and 8.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Breaking tackles. And the junior quarterback shows his toughness, keeps this drive moving.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
First down, looking to throw the football. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Defense flies in. They make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Loss of 4. Second down going up. That's the end of the third quarter. And after 3, we're all tied up.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Dropping back. It's Boyd. The pass rush closing in. And the sack is made. That's a nice play there by the sophomore.
Chris, he's getting in there so quickly. You know, you might want to consider a chip block with either the tight end or a running back to slow him down. He's just too talented out there.
Now in third and very long, looking to throw. And he lofts one deep over the middle. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a fourth down.
But, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
Coverage team brings down the return. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. On first and 10, looking to throw. Catch is made down the middle. An explosive play. They finally got him, but at the 40.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense. On
first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback escapes the pocket. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards. So 2nd and 6. To go with a direct snap. He's past the marker and still going. Tackle made after a big gain.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Looking to throw it from the red zone. Down he goes. A sack.
Well, I love this defense and how they're playing some man coverage. And let's face it, when you do that, it's a bit risky. You can leave your defensive backs out there on islands. But the good combination of good coverage with a good pressure on the quarterback, and you come up with sacks like this.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down. And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Looking for his back. Finds an open target on the left side.
Quarterback had a lot of time to evaluate this defense, and most of his reads downfield appeared to be taken away, so he checks it down to his running back. But how about the way this defense just runs to the football to keep him short of that 1st down? Great job by the D.
So tie game, 4th quarter. They're going to go for it on this 4th down. Or it's snapped to the back. And they stop him just short, but the defense really backed up now. It's 1st and goal.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, of this playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving his running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
And he'll set up to throw. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, tied. And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
That makes the score Alabama 28, Texas 21.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. Testing the right side here. Longhorns moving quickly down the field here.
Look, I realize in any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
Escapes the pocket. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Well, I always want to see quarterbacks try to pick up some additional yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have got to stay in the game and stay on the field. He's got to be careful out there.
Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. Here we go. 3rd down and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Can he get there on the ground? Good enough for 1st down yardage.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment at 3rd down. You trust that offensive line to come up with a 1st down, and they get it.
Looking to throw it on 1st down. Caught quickly. A big hit by the linebacker. Physical tackle there, big versus big. Short completion there. 2nd down coming up. Looking for a gap. It's Helm. Makes the 1st down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the 1st down.
This could be a dramatic finish, marching toward a tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. It's a shotgun run call. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Looking to throw. It's Boyd. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Now that's going to bring up a critical 3rd down here as we're late into this football game in a drive where they need points. This quarterback's got to take control of this huddle, make sure everybody's on the same page. You have multiple plays that you could go to, whether it's a run or a pass, but you've got to come up with a 1st down.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. From the pocket, delivers over the middle and moves the ball to the 35. Another 1st down.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Tackle made after the completion.
Man, give the defense a lot of credit. You're taking away the elite receiver. That primary target forces the quarterback to find a 2nd or 3rd option. He gets positive yards, but anytime you can take away the big play late in the game, it's going to help you be able to secure victory.
Receiver makes the grab. He'll earn the 1st down, but pay for it with a hard hit. Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time. Longhorns with 1st and 10 here. Handoff on a single back formation. Couldn't quite get in. Tackled down at the 2-yard line. Excellent run.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up the back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on 1st down.
1st and goal. Handoff. And the defense brings him down. Coming up, 2nd down and goal. The call is quarterback sneak. Touchdown, Texas. Still no answer for this offense.
Well, Chris, this is exactly what they needed to do. Put a touchdown up on the board. They pull within 1 in a playoff game, and now it's decision time. Do you tie the game up or potentially take the lead?
And that PAT gives us a tie ball game here in the final quarter. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. How will they play this? They've got some work to do to get into field goal range, but how aggressive will this play calling be? On the run here. Lets it go. Oh, and it's intercepted. Terrible mistake late in the game. They bring him down after a short return, but the takeaway at the 26-yard line is huge.
Oh, Chris, you're in the fourth quarter. It's a tie game, and you throw an interception. Oh, my goodness. I know it's obvious, but you just got to take care of the football. It's that simple. Now their opportunity to take the lead is lost, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
And the offense takes timeout to stop the clock with just 11 seconds remaining. First and goal, clock winding down. A great chance for this offense to get a go-ahead score. Hands off to the left. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. And a late timeout taken, just 4 seconds on the clock. And they will trot out the field goal team here. A chance for this kicker to be a hero and win the game in the final seconds. And it's good right down the middle. And with that, they regain the lead. After the clutch kick to take the lead, now they'll kick it away. The offense still a chance to tie this game if they can drive the field quickly. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Offense getting set here, needing some big plays to get into field goal range. The clock winding down. First down, looking to throw the ball. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. And the pass is incomplete as time runs out. Game over. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but